The banditry in Zamfara State has defied many drastic measures, including the dethronement of traditional rulers. The state governor, Bello Matawalle, has approved the reinstatement of Emir of Dethroned, Aliyu Marafa, to the throne. He was dethroned for conferring a traditional title of Sarkin Fulani on a bandit leader, Ado Alero, in July 2022. A statement by the secretary to the state government, Kabir Balarabi, explained that the traditional ruler was reinstated following recommendations of the committee that investigated his role and cleared him of any complicity. Jide, can you please refresh our memory? This Aliyu Marafa, the people that conferred the chieftaincy title on a notorious bandits.
You know, it's one of the newest emirates created by Emir Matawalle, and the person is said to have a relationship with the senator, Kabir Marafa. They are from the same area. They are said to be related. Now, he was intent on having bandits not attack his people in their farms and all that. So they got into some level of agreement with the bandits, and this one, Ado Alero, is one of the most notorious. He said, okay, I will not attack people anymore. In fact, if anybody tries to attack people of that area, he will be the one to go after them and deal decisively with them. But in doing that, no one is saying it is wrong to have a deal with bandits to ensure that they don't kill your people. But to go to the extent of turbaning him is what people frown against. I mean, you can do all those deals behind the rest of us without our knowledge. But to now turban a very well-known bandit, one of the most notorious and the most dangerous, is like telling us that we can go to hell.
A lot of people, when they saw this story, they just described Nigeria as a joke, a huge joke.
No, people thought it was a lie until we brought the video.
Until we brought it. I remember that they would discuss it.
People, they didn't believe that this thing happened until we brought the video. And you can come and see even the way it was received, the dozens of motorbikes, you know, the way they were celebrating around town.
Even we spotted policemen, the presence of policemen there.
No, even government official.
Okay, you can see.
Yes, look at the crowd. Look at the crowd. Even government official.
You can see policemen.
No, this was a... So now, you say you cannot... the army will say they are killing bandits. They tell us they kill bandit leader. We don't see any people, any bandit of this caliber killed. As far as I'm concerned, Dankremi, this one, Ado Alero, Dogo Gide, Bello Tuji, they are still alive. They are still walking around. In fact, their leader, Buhari Ndaji, was actually killed by Dogo Gide because he robbed Dogo Gide's in-laws.
Not the security
No, not the army. He killed him and left his corpse in the downside of forest. We caused at rotting seriously before the army came and took his remains away. So it's actually even conflict between them that usually leads to such high-profile deaths. That's why it's painful to people that this individual that they should have bombed is being given traditional title and turbaned, and we will see it, they will show it to people. You know, it became a big joke. And so now the administration is leaving. Clearly, you know, all of these people, as they are leaving office, they are saying, okay, forgive me, whatever it is that I've done. Governor Ganduje too said that. Buhari has said that. This is probably one of the...
season of apology.
Yes, in another way to say, okay, I suspended you, definitely I dethroned you, but now take your thing back. Now what we have been told is, that they had no evidence that he was conniving with him, this and that. But it wasn't a matter of conniving. To have considered him
yes,
honor.
of glorifying a bandit.
Yes,
in
that
public,
is you see, they are
conferring a
mistaking
chieftaincy
it.
title.
They are missing the point. People quarreled with the idea of considering such an irresponsible person for honor. Not
Because a lot of people
no
don't
one is
believe
saying
the
that.
story.
No one is saying that you join him in banditry. You know, that's not. But now it was on that basis that they no evidence that he was collaborating with him. He just wanted
this must be
peace.
a big joke.
He just wanted peace and all that. So, well, there are many ways to pursue peace. People are even saying don't negotiate with them at all. Don't even get involved in them. Well, you went, and it's not the first to be suspended or even removed by this administration. So the question to ask is, why was he
Single-handed.
There were others that were punished. Or maybe those others too, they will soon bring them back.
This is like, you know, a double standard.
Yeah.
Because when I said till we showed people the visuals of this story, I remember this particular day and the number of people that actually watched the repeat broadcast, that bandits, you could actually, you know, confer a chieftaincy title on a bandit.
This is what the Americans will call a slap in the face. Basically, the governor is telling us to do whatever we want. That whatever he was doing before to solve the problem and he was not re-elected. So why bother? Why not return everything to status quo and let the new man do his own? It's basically a bad precedent to set. Because normally what this is telling us is that if tomorrow a notorious armed robber can become a king, and then we have antecedents to follow. People say, but you were here when they made a bandit a leader in the society. And the same thing will apply to some parts of the country that they were holding people. And they will say, if a bandit can be turbaned, why is our own sons still being held for doing less than what this man has done? Because they will tell you that their own sons have not killed people, have not been very brazen about it. But this man was brazen. He challenged the status quo. He told the army that nothing will happen. He sat for an interview, clearly to show that he's in control. And he was turbaned. And now the one who turbaned him has been pardoned. So it leaves a very sore taste in the mouth. And there's no way you can go around this. No matter how much you try to put deodorant on it, it will still smell like what it is.
Today, anyway, we're talking about the achievement of Muhammadu Buhari. Security will be like a sore point, mentioning the achievement of the president. Now, you've mentioned some guys that, like this Dogo Dige you are talking about, it will go down the line that he held us to ransom. All true. That we've not been able to capture that notorious Dogo Gide.
We've not captured him. He's the one holding on to those FGC Yauri guests. And he had some of them impregnated already.
Imagine.
Yes. He's been so brutal in that area. So brutal, no nonsense in nature. What's
the staying power?
His sphere of influence is when you have weapons and men, you become very strong among the bandits. Even the ones around you will be afraid to contest against you. As
in enough weapon and the numerical strength in terms of manpower.
Yes, they will be scared to take you on. So they will leave you to control your area of influence. They will not want to move close because they know that you have plenty of weapons and all that. On the day those Yauri students were paraded, you saw the kind of weapons that they were holding behind those people. And that's to tell you, that's just a fraction of Dogo Gide's men. Dogo Gide, remember even the kidnapping of those government secondary school, Kagara, that old school of Shehu Sani in Niger State. Yes, the day they paraded them, look at the weapons. Look at the weapons that Dogo Gide's men paraded. You've got to fear them because they have a lot of weapons, including RPGs and the rest. And so these boys now have gun trucks of their own, which they bring in from through the black market and all that. So the more weapons you have, the more men you have, the greater your staying power, and you'll be able to operate. In fact, I learned that at a point, Bello was operating right up to the border with Kwara State. So the area of influence will spread based on the capacity and the capacity. So fellow bandits will fear them. And the earlier we come up with a strategy to deal decisively with these people, the better. If we don't, and they continue to, because they've taken over the place of Boko Haram, the things that Boko Haram used to do, they are now doing it. Their weapons at their disposal. There too, they kill soldiers, you know. On days when they are lucky with the ambush, a lot of it you don't read in the papers, you know. But they kill soldiers a lot, these bandits. They just ambush our soldiers, especially in that Zamfara, Sokoto axis. Oh, God. We've lost a lot of soldiers to these boys.
Because normally throughout the world, once a senior officer was killed or ambushed, it behoves on the army to make sure they have what they call proportional response. But they've killed senior officers and nothing happened. Yes. So reporting killing ordinary officers is not because all over the world that's what they do. Because they realize the fact that
Major, Lieutenant Colonel, Boko Haram,
Lieutenant Colonel. Yeah. They even kidnap soldiers.
Yeah,
kidnapping soldiers.
Because they tell you that unless you use fear as a tool.
Were they not the ones who went to NDA to kidnap soldiers? You go inside NDA to kidnap soldiers. Yes.
That's the height of. No, that's the heart and soul of Nigerian army.
Is that not the height of disrespect?
Now, are we going to say if by May 29 the change of guard, do you see anything, you know, changing substantially in terms of the modus operandi of these bandits?
No, it will change. What I expect to see is for new service chiefs to be appointed quickly.
And a new NSA.
Yes, new NSA, new defense chief generally, you know.
Or security architecture overhauled.
Yes, so those new ones, the CNC will give them the marching order. I'm sure he will have his own idea of how these things will be done, because if you look at his blueprint, his manifesto, he talked about using the forest rangers, you know, to police our forests. We've left the forest alone for too long, and these boys now think that our forests belong to them.
No man's land.
Yes. You can see how big the Kainji Lake National Park is. Bandits have now entered the place.
That one, or your national park?
Bandits have entered the place.
Your national park is solely done by bandits.
No.
Then we kidnap people, that's where they take them to. Whereas these were tourist centers that people used to visit to see.
Okay, I have Gafra from Adamawa State. Thank you for joining us, Gafra. Go ahead, please.
Okay, please, I want to comment on, I want to talk on about this building collapse issue. You know, the problem we are having is that sometimes we found it difficult to differentiate between architects, engineers, and then even in the engineers, we have structural engineers, we have industrial mechanics engineers, people that take care of the soil. So in different aspects of building construction, we have different experts. They are engineers. An architect cannot take maybe charge of the building, which is supposed to be handled by a structural engineer. A structural engineer deals with the same skeleton of a building, while an architect deals with only the aesthetic, the beauty, the design in paper. So it helps having the technical knowledge of that structure. So I think by the time we begin to differentiate between all these experts, I think it will be better for us, and we are going to take more light in all these building philosophy. Thank you, and God bless you.
All right.